And good morning. It's a Saturday morning. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. And you've joined my podcast today. And I'm glad that you have. I have my cup of coffee. I have a blueberry muffin. I'm ready to go. So let's talk just a little bit about some things, okay? One of the issues I talked about this week in my blog is this new idea of digital fasting. I love the idea. So what it does basically is that you as an individual decide to stay away from social media, your internet, your website, whatever digital that you are participating in, even your cell phones. And just don't do it for a day, maybe for a couple of days, or maybe you do it once a week, just to cleanse yourself from this need of always having to be on social media or responding back to emails or texts or whatever it may be on this digital world that we live in. But it's a good idea, and I'm going to start practicing it. I'm going to start doing it on Sundays. So every Sunday I'm going to do a digital fast. It's much better than food fasting, I tell you. I tell you that, but listen, I'm going to do digital fasting just to cleanse myself because I am addicted. And I'll be the first one to admit this. I am addicted to social media. I'm addicted to my cell phone. I'm addicted to my computer. I'm addicted to updating my website. I'm just addicted. I'm even addicted to doing podcasts. But I've got to stop. So Sundays are going to be my digital fasting. And I invite all of you, if you guys want to start getting away from this need to always be on texting and this digital whirlwind that we live in, do it for one day. I'm going to do it. So tomorrow's going to be my first day. We'll see how well I do. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. The other issue I want to talk to you about is, listen, April 1st in California, for restaurants, the minimum wage goes to $20 an hour. Now, if you think that $18 McDonald's hamburger that you're having today is high, wait until April 1st when that $20 kicks in. Your $18 hamburger is going to go right up to $24 per hamburger. Somebody's got to eat that cost somewhere, and it's going to be us, the consumer. And that's what people don't understand, is that we think it's so grand to get all of these minimum wage to go up, but most of the employees that are working in fast food and restaurants are minimum wage, and they live off of tips. Well, they used to live off of tips. I don't know what they're doing anymore. But once that goes in California, this is in California I'm talking about. So in California, if your minimum wage for a restaurant worker who's standing behind the counter is going to be $20 an hour, expect that your food prices are going to go up. So that means that eating out is going to be a luxury. Even eating out at McDonald's is going to be a luxury. Now, who would ever thought of that? But of course, California politicians want everybody to have high pay so that they can get what? More wage taxes from you. Now, what's really concerning is here in California, we have a congresswoman by the name of, her name is Representative Barbara Lee, and she's running for the U.S. State Senate for California. She wants to make minimum wage $50 per hour. Now remember, minimum wage was originally set up for people who are starting out, their first job, high schoolers, college people who were taking on these part-time jobs and non-regular jobs and trying to earn extra money. This was not supposed to be a full-time gig at a lot of these places. But now, this Lee wants to make everything $50 an hour. Do not send her to the United States Senate. She used to be the mayor of Oakland. You know how bad Oakland is now? Now, she was the mayor, and she's the one that started all of this progressive stuff in the city of Oakland. And look at Oakland now. You can't even walk in Oakland without having bodyguards because it's so dangerous. So we have a really bad problem where politicians are so out of touch of what causes inflation that they're willing to go $20 an hour. They're willing to go $50 an hour without thinking, okay, how can we reduce inflation? No, instead they want to create it even greater. So as of April 1st, if you expect to get a cheap hamburger, it's not going to happen anymore. If you think you're going to get a good taco at a good taco stand, it's not going to happen anymore because the minimum wage has gone way up. Now, what can we do about this? Well, we can pound on our legislature every single day until they start listening to the American people. Your local politicians are the ones that are pushing this. And then you've got it in Congress too, but it's not going to go anywhere in Congress because I think they kind of know that if they raise the minimum wage, and that's going to raise the payroll taxes, it's going to raise workers' compensation. Just think, okay, so you think that it's just $20 an hour. No, it's more than that. It's $20, then workman's compensation, then state disabilities, then the state taxes, then the federal taxes. Everything goes up for that business owner. It's not just one thing. It's a whole slew of things that go up at the same time. So that means the cost to produce that product or the cost to produce that item that you're going to eat is now way up there. It's gone way up. And politicians don't care because they want to be, they do this stuff so for votes. They don't do it because it's good for you. They do it for votes. So this April 1st in California is going to be devastating because it's going to raise everything. $20 plus the workers' compensation that goes up, plus the state taxes that go up, plus the federal taxes that will go up because when the wages go up, so do the taxes. Everything flows through. Now in California, workers' compensation is the highest in any other state. I mean, it is notorious here for putting companies out of business. But we have this situation now where politicians don't care how it's going to affect the small business. I've always been an advocate for small business because I've been a small business myself and I consult with small business every single day. But we cannot keep going on where politicians want to get your vote, so they put out all this extra money, all these free stuff that end up costing us, the American people, and also the consumer, a lot of money. April 1st in California, we're not going to be able to go out and buy a normal hamburger. To tell you the truth, I haven't been to a hamburger place since I left South Carolina, and that's been over, oh my God, that's almost 8 months now that I lived in South Carolina. And when the last time I went to McDonald's, it cost me $18 for a hamburger. I was shocked, absolutely shocked. So what do we do? Well, we as consumers can start pounding on our politicians. That's the only way that we can get them to listen. And if they're not listening to us, then we have to start getting people out of office because they're no longer useful to us. They're no longer representing the needs of the voter or the constituent. But just think of this. April 1st, here in California, we go to $20 an hour at a fast food or restaurant. That means everything goes up. We might as well just stay at home and just eat at home. It's a lot cheaper. So for $3, you can eat a good sandwich at home compared to $18 out at a fast food place. Now, I'm not against fast food. I'm not. But I'm against this increased inflation that politicians place upon us. And we as Americans have got to realize that this has got to end. That's it for this Saturday. I hope everybody goes out and has a great Saturday. Go out and explore, take a good walk, go get a coffee with your friend or something and gossip. And have just a great day. God bless you, everyone. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.